Transformation has only been because of one person, that is their coach, chief coach Ajay Sharma. He has given them a confidence. You have the potential, only thing is you have to come together, play like a unit. Playing in Bangalore, I don't understand why BCCI has not kept this match on a neutral venue. Then obviously the home advantage is going to be with Karnataka. 55 almost wickets in this entire season with the average of 12 point something. Unimaginable. Man, you can't imagine even Wasim Akram playing in the domestic circuit and taking this kind of wickets. If Hardik Pandya is bowling with the new ball, I would say India has a problem in fast bowling.
It's been a news of despair from Jammu and Kashmir all through these years, particularly in the recent past when we have seen there a complete communal divide between two regions, Jammu and Kashmir, all because of political reasons, be it the issue of Mata Vaishno Devi University, where medical students had to get out due to the politics of divide. Now, in the past some days, what we are witnessing is a news of spring from Jammu and Kashmir with the game of cricket uniting the two regions, and the political circles across the political ideologies are basically celebrating it, praising it. It's the game of cricket that has played up, and the politics of hatred has taken a big backseat. Now, what in the past 3 days, what we have seen is that it's the game of cricket that has, come back, that has taken a front stage, and it's the Jammu and Kashmir Ranji Trophy team that for the first time has entered into the finals of the National Cup. So, on this Jammu and Kashmir team, which for the past, since the time of this Ranji Trophy that has started in the country, they were considered as minnows. So how this transformation took place, this turnaround took place, that they have not been just minnows, not just participants, but they have been a team that is just on the cusp of taking this cup. Well, on this, we have got with us today the country's finest brains in the sports fraternity, the big sports journalist Chander Shekhar Luthra, who has just not reported sixes and limelights that takes the center stage, particularly in sports, but has reported the backside, basically the politics behind the curtains of the game. Luthra sir, welcome to the Federal.
Thank you.
So you have seen, Jammu and Kashmir becoming the kind of the infrastructure, the kind of the politics the region has seen. So all these players making a mark now, they are finally in the finals with this Paras Dograla team, and particularly one of the lads is Akib Nabi, who has garnered a limelight. He has already taken out 50 wickets. How do you see this, transformation of this team?
I think there was always been a great potential in this team. But somehow, because of, as you have described, because of the problems between the two regions, Jammu and Kashmir, team was always been divided on the field. I remember I have only played one Ranji Trophy game, that was against Jammu and Kashmir. And even during those times, those early 90s and before that, 80s, I have watched a lot of cricket of Jammu Kashmir. Whenever they used to, play in nearby places in Himachal or in Chandigarh or, in Delhi. This divide had never allowed them to actually come into the real potential and to show their real potential. But now I think for what has happened last 3 years or 3 seasons, I would say, I think the transformation has only been because of one person, that is their coach, chief coach Ajay Sharma. He is a tremendously talented. I have seen him playing. I have seen him, even playing for India, not just in domestic. I think he's been a tremendous, I would say, force behind this transformation. And he has given them a confidence. He has kind of, given them a confidence that you have the potential. Only thing is you have to come together, play like a unit, and forget about the results. Last season, if you remember, they were about to reach the semi-finals. They just lost by 1 run. So that was basically that Yeah, that was a kind of belief that they wanted, and that has come from Ajay Sharma. I was talking to him, and he was so happy. He was saying that we have won most of the matches playing away from
I remember
home.
this. You know, this
Yes,
team started. They didn't start well. In fact, they lost.
to
First. In
Mumbai,
fact, first of their
first game.
game in their own backyard in Sher Kashmir Stadium at Srinagar. So since then,
Oh.
the transformation is taking place. They have not eaten. Beat
But
big teams
when
like
you are,
Delhi in Delhi, MP in
oh
MP, and
yes,
Mumbai.
and when you are in a group, they were in Group D, I think, with teams like Madhya Pradesh, again a champion team, Delhi, obviously
Good
one of
team.
the finest teams, but now there is so much of politics. What was happening earlier in Jammu
Jammu and
Kashmir
Kashmir.
is
It's
now
happening
happening in
in
Delhi.
Delhi.
And then Mumbai, and obviously Chhattisgarh and the other teams. Then Hyderabad, one of the top teams again. If you are with, you were the fifth favorite team in that group. There were four better teams in the group. And then you start playing, you lose your first game, Mumbai. And before that, they had beaten Mumbai in the one day assembly, but not in the
Five
league
days.
stage.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that loss had obviously must have given them a setback, but again that was the kind of also awakening time that, look, if you have to do something, you have to go away, you have to win. And that was probably one time where coach or the team, because Paras Dogra has come in from Himachal, he was leading the team, and obviously he's a very very seasoned player. I remember I have watched Paras Dogra for almost last 20 years almost.
He has two
He used to
centuries
play for
in this season as well.
Delhi also earlier, junior cricket, and very very passionate cricketer. I think that kind of confidence, that kind of leadership, that has changed the entire scenario. And look at the results. When they've beaten Hyderabad, they've beaten almost Delhi, and now
In
Bengal,
Delhi, in their
and
own
Bengal,
backyards,
they
that's
are
right. In
they've
their own
beaten them.
conditions.
And look at the lads from the Bengal side.
Yeah.
Mohammad Shami,
Shami,
Akashdeep, they were both Indian, current
Yes,
Indian players, I
yes,
would say.
absolutely.
Obviously, Shami is out of favor, but again, any day, if I am the captain, Indian team captain, I would play Shami ahead of anybody else.
Absolutely.
So
Champion.
for me, I think he's a complete bowler who has that seam, that swing, that cutters, everything. He possesses that all. So again, against this kind of attack, if you are winning a game, then obviously that says a lot about it.
Mr. Luthra, let me take you a decade and half back. I remember a controversy had erupted when this legendary Bishan Singh Bedi had been appointed as coach of JKCA. So many of the senior players in JKCA weren't happy with him for the obvious reasons. He was focused on fitness and all. Basically, it's said
Very
that
tough
it was very
taskmaster.
tough taskmaster. So legendary spinner of our country. So it was said that Bedi did something, which is basically now we are reaping dividends of it. So
I've seen Bedi
That's-
very closely. I had a lot of chats outside cricket grounds and otherwise. I've spent a lot of time with late Bedi Saab. Great legend, I would say. But as a coach, he was a very, very tough taskmaster. When he was a coach of Delhi, I remember a lot of senior players were forced to retire because they could not take that, kind of daily routine.
tough taskmaster. he was.
And then obviously he was coaching Punjab side also, when Yuvraj and all, they were very young. And when he was even the coach of Indian side, his famous that one line when they lost a series in England, that the entire team should be thrown in the Atlantic. See, so he was a very tough taskmaster. But again, he did everything. Obviously, during that time, I remember I spoke to him a couple of times about G&K. He said there is a lot of talent. I can't tell you, Shekhar, but problem is there is rivalry within the team, groupism. And he spotted one or two good spinners also during that time. There were very few people in this country who has taken that art from Bedi Saab. Bedi Saab, kind of bowling he used to do.
A real
That was something that he imparted in Maninder Singh, earlier. And later on, very few people have taken that, recipe from him. But again, he spotted 2-3 good spinners. He named them also. I don't remember which all names he was taking that time. But he again said there is a lot of talent. problem is the rivalry has to end. And he was given a free hand. It's not like Ajay Sharma also.
Mhm.
They have been given free hand by J&K Association.
Mhm.
And I would say that's one thing, foremost thing, that under Mithun Manaz, who I have a great respect for as a player, not as an administrator, that's a different issue. But again, Mithun was a great player, good player. He should have played for India. Unfortunately, he could not. But he was a performer, one of the most talented domestic cricketer, during that time when we were covering also regularly from Delhi. He led Delhi couple of seasons, more than that also. So I think kudos to them that they have given them a free hand, and obviously the team started moving upward from that time, as you have mentioned, from Bedi side time. And now this is a pinnacle, I would say. But again, the next match is going to be in Bangalore against Karnataka.
Karnataka, yeah,
And
Hubballi.
Karnataka
Yeah. Although
batting is something. But
KL Rahul is there.
KL Rahul, everybody, they are scoring, they are in good form. Mayank Agarwal. Then, there are so many names there. Star-studded team. And beating them in Bangalore would need something extra from these guys. But again, Nabi, the kind of form he has been showing.
Will it be a real test of Akib Nabi now, who has been the star sensation this season for J&K, Will it be a real test for him?
Well, Nabi,
knocking on the doors of the Indian team.
Again, for them, I think it is a time, it is a testing time, obviously, because reaching there and then not winning would be the greatest upset for all these players. Forget, because Paras Dogra, I don't think he's going to play another season or maybe one more season, that's all. He's already on the wrong side of 30s, almost touching 40, I think, if I'm not wrong. So it is a time for them to prove something to the selectors, to this entire nation, that we are not minnows. We are not there just to participate. And that has happened. I remember initially when I used to play from Himachal and J&K and services, there were only 3 contenders for the lower spot. Rest all, we never used to thought about, that we'll beat Delhi or Punjab. Or that time it never used to be the elite and, play division. Now it is a different format. So we used to take that Delhi, Punjab, Haryana will lose, and then we'll compete among these 3 teams. And again, services was better than 2 of us. So that was a different ballgame. But with IPL, there are players who have been playing from J&K in the IPL. There have been that transformation. There is that greed of money, I would say, or greed of that position, in the elite division, which has obviously given them a reason to perform well. I just wish them well. I hope they win, not because that I have something against Karnataka. We have seen so many matches from Karnataka, that great matches from Vishwanath days, Brajesh Patel to Anil Kumble, everybody, initially as a kid, then as a reporter, everything. But I think cricket needs a new champion. When Madhya Pradesh became the first champion, under Sandeep Patil, I remember there was a lot of talk about that team, how that was transformed. And I just wish them luck, that they should go there and give their
already best. It has brought jubilation in Kashmir.
Yes,
everybody's Jammu and Kashmir, in fact, even the as I said in the beginning, legislatures, including chief minister, all, be it BJP, be it Congress, everybody, congratulated Jammu and Kashmir cricket team, because cricket is a unifying force in this country. Talk about it. Let's talk about, there are these players, current lot of bowlers in Jammu and Kashmir, who have been performing really well, apart from, Akib and all. But what do you think is different in this Akib? We have seen swing bowlers, we have seen Zahir Khan, we have seen even, I remember this Bengal bowler who had played a lot of seasons for Bengal, Ranadev Bose, who couldn't make, unfortunately, to the, national team. But what is this? What different is Akib doing, this season, that he's able to grab this crucial wickets at crunch times?
The difference between a good and a bad bowler is only that length where he delivers time and again. You have to, the great Megra. The other day I was just watching the greatest teams of all times in cricket. Obviously, ahead of so many bowlers. Obviously, Imran was leading that because of his ability to motivate and perform under pressure and perform as a leader. He was chosen as a leader ahead of so many other Ian Chappells, West Indians or everybody. Of course, West Indies had that 3 Lara, Richards and one more player from there, Gary Sobel, the legend. But captain, they have chosen Imran. So that was his ability to obviously achieve that feat of 1992, and before that when he has almost defeated every team except for West Indies in West Indies. Otherwise, he has gone on a world tour, defeated everybody, came to India, that great series where obviously Gaskar scored that 96 last innings. Oh, great match. So I think in that, where Wasim Akram was his, other bowler, but there was McGrath they have chosen. I don't think, I was a bit confused. I always thought McGrath was a very, very limited bowler. But again, they have chosen him because of his ability to bowl on a spot regularly.
Take wickets
6 balls,
grooves.
from there only a little bit of movement and taking wickets. Obviously, that was the most difficult thing. So, Nabi, I remember, lot of seasons back, I remember when he was a very raw talent. I remember he was quick, he was good, he was tall and everything, He used to generate that pace from the wicket. I remember him bowling in Delhi on dead wicket, and he used to generate pace. But again, the length or probably that ability to pick a spot and then trouble batsmen, from that spot. I think that has changed their entire, I would say, approach. Because whether it was obviously Ajay Sharma, I'm taking his name time and again because he's the chief coach. But yes, there is a lot of other players, There's other players who have been in the supporting support staff.
Captain has been making
I think
field
placements and everything. I think that has transformed these players from bowlers, the spinners also. That where to pitch that ball, that length is very important. And that's where I think that this turnaround has happened. And Nabi, now 55 almost wickets in this entire season with the average of 12 point something. Unimaginable. You can't imagine even Wasim Akram playing in the domestic circuit and taking this kind of wickets. Wow. So that shows a lot of character. And also, because he's the senior most there also from the Jammu Kashmir side, I believe so. So, taking that responsibility of leading that side, leading that charge. Paras Dogra is an outsider. Ajay Sharma is an outsider. But again, Nabi is somebody who could actually motivate and also talk in the same language, in the same sentiments that he also understands that this player is from the valley, this is from the Jammu. They have a different issue, but yes, to combine them well, to make them understand and to lead them as a local, I think that has happened in this particular last 2 or 3 seasons.
Sir, coming to this, performance of Jammu and Kashmir this season, what exactly, these players, this set of players have done, to get in the season. Of course, you have been telling that, kind of the bowling, kind of discipline they have maintained, but other things are there, like, playing as a unit and all. So how do you see that?
Well, you have to understand that having a talent and then utilizing it to the best effect, I think that's 2 different issues.
Okay.
Nabi used to be fast. Nabi used to be always been, good height, good physique, everything. But again, in last 1 or 2 seasons, what he has achieved as a bowler is something that probably has come late, age-wise, but with the experience. But again, this is something that you need from your best bowler. Then, obviously, they have another pacer, Sunil Kumar, as he was picked from the talent hunt, and obviously he was initially used only with the white ball, not with the red ball, because Umran Malik used to be there, the fastest.
The fastest that we
So Umran is not playing now. Umran was given a chance initially. He was not performing. Obviously, he came back from injury. He was given a chance. Probably he could not bowl with the same pace. But again, this is something he was with the squad. He was not utilized. So that shows the kind of depth, that talent that this team possesses. It is, they are not dependent on, if given a chance, or you ask me as an outsider who has not seen this team, or not when toured with this team. Obviously, the one name will come after Nabi is Umran Malik.
Absolutely.
So he has not been picked up. So that is not the weakness. That is the strength of this team. that their best bowler or their fastest bowler is sitting on the bench,
Bench.
and probably he's not even part of this squad right now, which has won against Bengal. So he's out of the team, and purely on performance.
Okay.
So he has to show, he has to come back, he has to take wickets, he has to obviously perform first on the nets, then in the side games, and obviously make a comeback. And especially after a time when you reach the finals, and if you become a champion, then obviously it will be even more difficult for any bowler to come back into a side which has a winning combination.
Okay, sir. So J&K is here now into the finals. For the first time, in the history of Ranji Trophy, they have to fight it out against Karnataka in their own backyard. So and against this star-studded team, there's KL Rahul, there's Mayank Agarwal, and there is Karun Nair, who already has 300. Triple
But I
century.
mean, I'm a bit confused. First, let's discuss this part of playing in Bangalore. I don't understand why they are playing
Hubballi,
in Bangalore.
Yeah,
no,
the
it has
venue
to
is
be
not
in the,
confirmed.
in
The venue is not confirmed.
No,
but
that's
it's Karnataka.
confirmed.
Okay, it's
They
confirmed.
are playing in Bangalore.
Okay.
I don't understand why BCCI has not kept this match on a neutral venue.
Okay.
Then obviously the home advantage is going to be with Karnataka.
Okay.
I mean, that's a different issue that J&K has beaten most of the teams in their own
backyard.
in their backyards. So, but again, I'm bit. I don't know what is
Skeptical.
what is the reason or what is the idea of playing
You have
finals
got this
in
reporter's
their,
eye here,
yes.
story.
So obviously it could have been done otherwise, or a toss kind of situation. Why they have put this in Bangalore? I'm bit confused about this.
So now I was telling you about this. What J&K needs to be done, especially when they are against this star-studded side. You have got KL Rahul, you have got Mayank Agarwal, you have got Karun Nair, you have a lot of other guys who have played, international cricket, who have a good amount of exposure of the cricket, at the highest level. So what different they need to done? Already you have said bowling is their strength. Paras Dogra has already got 200-300 runs this season.
Sambad and
Good work.
so there are so many other.
Samad is also
Samad is
making
there.
50s and
Oh,
all
yes.
is contributing. There is also this even Akib Nabi, low down the order is
I
contributing.
remember there was a
runs.
match against one of the big teams, MP or somewhere of Delhi, where they scored almost 700 runs. In the first innings they took lead. When that kind of batting strength, if you have, in the away game, probably, I don't remember that name of the other team, but I was reading it somewhere. If you have scored that much of runs, then obviously that batting, we are talking more of their bowling, but again you have that batting depth also.
Okay.
Because scoring 700 in any domestic game has never been easy. The wickets, probably, even if it is a dead wicket, then obviously the spinners are always there to do their trick.
So you are it's going to be thriller of a contest between Karnataka and Jammu Kashmir.
It will obviously be their bowling against the Karnataka batting. There is no doubt about that. And again, the kind of Nabi, as I was talking to Ajay Sharma. Ajay Sharma, if I tell you, he was the king of domestic cricket. And, I remember there were times when Bhaskar Pillai, Bantu Singh, Nair, all these players, KP Bhaskar, all these players, they used to come on the ground, look at the wicket, mere 200 likh lo, mere 100 likh lo.
Okay,
that kind of confidence they had. Because against Delhi, the score line used to be, for any minnows team or any great team, good team was, like Delhi will score some 500-600 and the other teams will come to 200 or innings khatam ho jayega. But, right now, and Ajay Sharma had that confidence. He was the king of domestic. He used to come at 3, 4, 5 and last was 100, 200. There were so many 200s against his name. And even he was a good all-rounder, he was a good left arm, very, very usable spinner, useful spinner and a great fielder. And even at this age, he must be 63, 64 or maybe even little bit more.
But he looks fit.
He not only looks fit, look at his fitness. I have met him a couple of months back, I think. And you can't tell by his, body that how old he could be, So again, that's the kind of, I think, discipline, the confidence, the utility of being a coach with that kind of experience playing against that old Mumbai and winning against them. I think that has transformed this entire team. And what he was telling me about Nabi and all these bowlers, and Nabi's wrist position, he was actually praising a lot. That he's a kind of bowler that we used to see in Shami.
Move ball
Shami,
both ways.
Both ways and with the straight wrist.
Okay.
Because wristy bowlers are very less right now. Javagal Srinath finish.
You have hinted towards an important question that I wanted to ask. That's regarding this. I wanted to ask you. That's Mohammed. Everybody is talking about Akib Nabi Dar, knocking on the doors of national team. Here we have a speed star or superstar who has already proven time and again what his metal is all about. That was Mohammad Shami. He's in fact he's not getting chance due to the whatever reasons, the politics, whatever, not the favor. And there is Akib Nabi. Earlier you cited about this Ranadai Bose, that was once a star in Ranji Trophy. So all these boys, why is it that? Why do you think the talent that we have, they don't get chance, especially at a time when our test cricket in home conditions is hit. Particularly in the past 2 seasons, we have seen we have lost against the foreign teams while we hosted them. So do you think that players, these kind of quality bowlers, especially seaming bowlers we are producing, they need to give proper chance?
You have to understand that there are 2 ways of looking at this thing. Why players like Nabi have not given
He has
chance.
got an IPL contract.
IPL. There are 4 or 5 players from
Abdul Samad is there.
Jammu and Kashmir who have been playing in IPL.
Yeah. Razik Salam, many.
Yeah. But problem is unless and until, because whatever you can perform at different levels, but again to come into the limelight, to come into that radar of the selectors, you have to do well in the domestic cricket, and domestic cricket consists of red ball, and that is 4-day Ranji Trophy game.
Absolutely.
Look at Vidarbha, look at MP, look at different teams, railways. All their players, they started knocking at the doors whenever they became champions. So that is probably one requisition that you have to fulfill as a team. And now they are there. Whether they win or lose is a different thing. But right there, they are right there. And all these selectors, believe me, are going to watch this Ranji Trophy final. They must have watched the semi-final also. The semi-final, if Nabi is taking 5 wickets and with the straight wrist, I have not watched him in recent years, I would say. I have watched Nabi almost 2-3 years back, but not in the recent times. But yes, I have read a lot about this guy who has improved so much, whose coach has lot to say about this guy. But again, now he's under the radar of selectors. If he do well, if we pick early wickets, and especially against KL Rahul, if he's performing those tricks and same kind of bowling he is doing what Shami used to do, obviously there is no way nobody could stop him.
Okay.
I would say obviously age is not on his side, but again this is something that he should be given a chance. With the white ball, with the red ball, obviously there is so much of cricket right now happening. You look at the players. There's so much of injuries, there are so much of issues, and especially we are not getting a second bowler. If Hardik Pandya is bowling with the new ball, I would say India has a problem in fast bowling.
Okay.
Because for me, Hardik Pandya could never be a new bowler. He could be just there, bowling 2-3 overs, whatever kind of cricket is there, but not as a new ball bowler. He doesn't possess that skills. That movement, that seeming, thing. And obviously, he's a very talented guy. He's a good all-rounder, but he cannot be your opening with a new ball bowler. So obviously, India has a chance. India has a place for a new ball bowler. Could be Nabi, could be somebody else. Umran was already there. Unfortunately, he got injured. Otherwise, he would have probably taken that place. And bowling at that kind of speed, 150 that he was doing, 160, around 157, 160 kind of kmph. I think he had a lot of talent. Unfortunately, he lost out to obviously injury, but again, he's not as old as Nabi. He has a lot of time to come back. He has to work on his fitness. He has to learn that art of bowling from that Dennis Lilly book. He should be reading that book, then learning that. Then obviously, there are so much of your team is full of sports staff. There is NCA. There is so much of cricket guys who could look after you. A lot of time for him.
This is a lot of good words coming from the from the country's finest sports journalist, Chander Shekhar Luthra, for the Jammu and Kashmir team. It's time for the lads from the Jammu and Kashmir to give it a whatever they have, whatever potential they have to perform best in the last match, give it a last hurrah for the finals. We wish them all the luck. This is all from us at the Federal. Thanks for coming here, Chander Shekhar Luthra.
Always
Thanks.
good to
It was
talk to
great
you,
talking to
and
you for the
obviously,
insights you gave on cricket.
and I could only
on
say,
this game.
I want Jammu and Kashmir to win. Not for any reasons or
It
any
was.
favor, but yes, India needs a new champion. Bright stars are there. Obviously, I wish them luck.
So
Thank
this
you.
is Chander Shekhar Luthra also wishing Jammu and Kashmir best of luck for the finals. So with these words, we end here at the Federal. Thanks for watching.